Greetings, our Frederick Riddle here with another episode of Christian News and Views. This is episode 151. And today's subject line is very one, it should be interesting to just about any of you, is Noah's Ark. So I'm going to get into this. This is a very interesting article that I just read over the weekend, and I think that you might find it interesting as well. So I decided to make this the Monday news. And I got this off the internet. And so let me get into the article. I'm just going to quote portions of it. But a team of researchers claims to have found what they believe is evidence of Noah's Ark in eastern Turkey using advanced scanning technology to support their theory that the biblical account represents historical fact rather than parable. Andrew Jones, the lead archaeological researcher for Noah's Ark scans, has been investigating the ship-shaped rock formation since 2019. So this is 2025, so that's been 6 years. The site was discovered in 1959 by Turkish Army Captain Ilhan Durupınar. We have a, then this is what Jones says here. We have a shape of a ship, and then you look at the size of it, exactly 300 Royal Egyptian cubits, Jones said Thursday on News Nation's Vargas reports. That's what Moses wrote in the book of Genesis. Though many scientists say the rock is most likely a natural geological formation, the team conducted non-destructive geophysical scans, including ground-penetrating radar and electrical resistivity. Tomography, which Jones said revealed structural patterns inconsistent with such formations. The scans detected what appear to be chambers and corridors extending up to 30 feet underground. They say the scans reveal buried timber-like patterns consistent with a man-made vessel. Soil testing revealed the formation contains nearly 3 times more organic matter than surrounding areas, with elevated potassium levels that researchers suggest could indicate decomposed wood. The site is located in the mountains of Ararat, matching the biblical account in Genesis that describes the ark's resting place. Jones said the scans show 3 distinct layers of material with what appears to be a central tunnel and side chambers with right angles suggesting constructed walls and rooms. Jones acknowledged that others have previously claimed to discover Noah's Ark, but said his team will continue research until another site provides comparable evidence. So, is this really Noah's Ark? That would be the question. Well, first of all, let me deal with the idea of experts who think that this may be just normal rock formations. Despite what unbelieving experts might think, Noah's Ark was built. See, this is where the sort of the line might be. There are those who believe that the ark was built and those who don't. Most of those, maybe all of those who don't believe it was built are evolutionists. They are people who believe that science has always been the same, the scientific facts and so forth, while creationists point out that God created the earth perfect. And then sin entered in and things started to change. And so the law of uniformity kind of breaks down when that happens. But that's another subject we can get into another day. But Noah's Ark was built. Its ratio of 6 to 1 was and is the same as modern ships. A scientist actually, I don't know if he's a believing scientist, I think he might be, but he's a scientist. And he checked that out. And the 6-to-1 is the same thing as modern ships, making it not unsinkable, but unlikely to sink. The instructions given Noah have been scientifically studied and declared seaworthy. The real question is, as the story read, is the rock formation the ark or a natural formation? And what I find interesting is that they are discovering things that shouldn't be if this was a natural formation. So the research indicates the possibility of 3 levels or decks, which is agreement with the Bible, plus multiple rooms or cells, again, agreement with the Bible. Nothing conclusive as of yet, because they haven't really started digging. What they've been doing is doing all these scans and everything. So nothing conclusive. But this gives reason to continue on. I must point out that no other site has demonstrated so much evidence, and I followed this for years, different claims, and all of them have had problems. This one, I'm not seeing a problem. So this evidence, or if you want to call it circumstantial evidence, that's fine too. What we're looking at right now is there enough evidence or circumstantial evidence to continue on with the research? And I'm saying, yes, there is. They need to continue on and start digging and finding out just what that is underneath there. It might turn out to be a rock formation, but it could turn out to be Noah's Ark. If it is, God has preserved it. So, but this brings up another question. What if it is Noah's Ark? Well, it would certainly mean that it is a discovery that will attract many researchers of varying expertise. I would also expect some people will show up with pieces of the wood. These are scam artists, and you're going to see them. Varieties of them, and there'll be others who will make other claims in relation to the ark. And this has always been the case and will continue to be the case. However, the real question is, assuming it is the ark, does it prove the book of Genesis is true and trustworthy? Now, I don't know about you, but this guy right here, I don't need such evidence to prove, to prove the reliability of Genesis. It could herald a worldwide revival, or it could end up becoming a shrine. Personally, as an author, I would be excited. In fact, I already am. But as a Christian, it changes nothing. I know the Bible is true, that Jesus quoted from the book of Genesis and therefore put his stamp of approval on it. Plus, it is the foundational book of the Bible. I look forward to seeing how all this pans out. And I would be surprised if you're not interested in that as well. So hopefully this has been although brief, I have given you something to think about, something to chew on. Is this the ark? And what does it mean? Well, another thing that I didn't actually say before, it could mean that we are very close to the end. Most of us tend to believe this is the end times. We already are in the end times. And the discovery of the ark could be God revealing it to us one more time showing us how we have failed, one more time of showing us that judgment is coming, and things of this nature. So it's might show both the judgment and the promise of God. There won't be a physical ark this time. This time there'll be the rapture. So I don't know if this is true or not. I'm eagerly waiting to see. But like I said before, it makes no difference in my faith whether they find it or they don't. I don't need it. But it is exciting to know about it. And who knows, it may be the concluding argument that sways somebody who's on the fence about getting saved. I hope you have enjoyed this episode. And if you have, right about there. There's a opportunity for you to subscribe to this channel, and what I am wanting to do now is simply to encourage you to subscribe to TR Independent Books. That's my channel. And when you do, I promise you that I'll do all my power to inform you, to encourage you, and to inspire you to be a better Christian, to be able to uh, uh, be more informed, to have some kind of clarity on some things. Maybe you may not agree with my opinion, but it may get your thinking going in maybe in a little slightly different way. Whatever, let me know. Comment, pro, con, whatever. Just keep it civil. In the meantime, I will see you in the next episode. You have a great day.